All right. Well, first of all, great homecoming win. It was, just a gutsy performance. I looked at it in the first half. We had the ball for 10 minutes offensively, just over 10 minutes, and had the lead going in. And our defense was holding the field goals. And we felt very comfortable coming in here at halftime. And we felt like we were going to pull away. And we didn't pull away quite as far as we would have liked it, of course. But we really did a great job. Some of the plays out there today, just look at Tucker Gregg. Tucker Gregg goes over 1,000 yards today in his career, right? Yeah, in his career. And then Roger Carter goes over 1,000 yards receiving in his career. Jalen Jones gets a pick. It just, these wins are tough. They really are. You ask anybody that goes out there and plays a game, and you got to fight the other team. You fight with the officials a little bit, and we pulled out a good win. Texas State was a gutsy team. They were. Their quarterback made plays and kept them in the game. But like I said, they weren't putting the ball in the end zone. And I'm just really proud of our football team. We had to play with a little bit of composure there in the second half. Got a little chippy out there. And, some of the things, listen, I'm a fighter too. You come draw back on me, and I'm going to go back at you. And I don't want that to be taken out of our guys. And I told them that. But you got to understand that it's more demoralizing to go and block the guy the next play and continuously blocking the next play. And just, those are the things we've got to get better at, is finishing those guys. I don't like the chippiness. Me and Coach Spavital talked about the game, and we're good friends, and much respect for his team, and he's got much respect for our team. We're just very fortunate we came out of here with a conference win today.
Appreciate that, Coach. At this time, we'll take questions for Coach Elliott. As a friendly reminder again, if you could keep yourself on mute until asking your question, and then mute yourself again, we would appreciate it.
Shawn, the play that Tucker picked up the first down on right before the end of the third quarter, that seemed like it did something emotionally to you and everybody else in the sideline. And then, of course, Aubrey scores on the nick. How big was that possession and that score?
Unbelievable. Tucker is a special young man. I just got finished talking in the locker room, and I talked about, there was one play in that ball game. There's a lot of plays that I remember, but there was that one play. We get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And here's a young man that didn't get a scholarship when he came here, that walked on for us, that recruited himself to our football program, that sent me and Coach Stepp a text, showed us him working out, showing ball security drills, showing him squatting. He would always text us and say, "You can't be legendary without leg day." And to see him, that was just build himself for the first down. And there's a lot of other great plays out there, but it says everything. If I were to want my son to see one thing today, I'd want him to see that one play.
Coach, talking about Tucker, can you talk about his development from, a short down goal line back to now what seems to be the primary back in your offense? What has that taken to develop him into that role? Have you all changed the offensive game plan around his different style of running?
No, Tucker, he fits our style of running. We run what I call a tight zone scheme, and the blocking has to develop, and he is a very patient runner. He, we always kind of say slow to the hole and let it develop, and he does a great job. He does a great job in seeing it, and he's strong. He's very dependable and very durable. So he's just worked himself. Like I said, he comes in, he works every single day, doesn't say a word. He does what's best for our football team, and that's why he's a special young man.
Awesome. Thank you.
What was the importance of the defense stopping them and limiting them to field goals those first couple of possessions?
Yeah, I'm a guy that thinks, in this day and age, the field goal, unless it's a last second scenario, it doesn't win you a lot of games. That's why I kind of go for it at times, and instead of kicking the longer field goal. when they did that, I always kind of put it in the back of my mind. I'm like, that's 3 points. Second possession, that's 3 more points. I'm like, that's 6. You know, I'm not concerned. It's a great stop for our defense. And I'm like, we're fixing to get rolling here offensively, and we're going to put this thing in. And, you know, I think we had 10 minutes in the first half and 250 something yards, and we were in the lead. And then they had the ball for 20 minutes, but they had field goals. And like I said, field goals ain't going to cut it.
Coach, I'm sure you take wins any way they come, and you'd love to win every game by 50, but is it good to win some games where you have to play for all 60 minutes and the defense and the offense both kind of have to be locked in the whole time and you pull it out in the end?
Let me ask you a question. We practice a lot during the week. I mean, we practice a lot. You know, I want the game to play 60 minutes. I mean, that's, you know, sometimes you learn the most from playing those types of games. I mean, we got to go out there and we got to compete for 60 minutes. You know, you go practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go out there and you play 30 plays, and then, you know, kind of games out of reach. But you grow from that tough, the adversity. You certainly, I think it's good for us. It's good for us. It ages me. I aged 3 years, so I went from 48 to about 52 today. In 3.5 hours, and that's going to get me in the long run. But I like those tough games. I mean, I wake up on Sunday mornings and I'm worn out because of
them. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Seem to be a lot of recruits and a lot of extra people here today, not just for homecoming. What would be some of your messages now after a game like that to them?
To our recruits, I think let me just address everybody in general. You know, we're trying to be the very, very best we can be. We need everyone in this stadium from 150. I think we had 160 recruits and their families here today. To come watch us play at Center Park Stadium at Georgia State University. I was hoping for a homecoming crowd that would come in here, and the people that were here they were behind us. But if we want those 150 recruits to come make a difference in our football program, we got to start filling this stadium, and we got to start filling it with passionate fans, from our students to our alumni to everyone in general. And we got to make this place special. So when we come play at home, it is an advantage for us. It is something where they don't want to come in here and play against not only our football team, but our fan base. And we're working to create that. But we've got to do a better job, myself coaching this football team, our alumni coming to the games, and our students coming to support our football program. We all can make a difference. Those 150 recruits, let me tell you, there's some good players in that group. And I would have loved to showcase Center Park Stadium with about 25,000 here, pulling for Georgia State University, our football program, to pull out a great homecoming win and then go celebrate all over Atlanta, talking about how great the atmosphere in the game was.
Coach, another game from Darren got through running.
You're going to have to do something about your you good? I think you're good now.
Yeah, it was just about Darren. Just the game he had.
Ask about Darren Granger.
Darren Granger? Okay, I'm sorry. You know, Darren does a lot of great things for us, running the football. There was a couple opportunities to make some bigger plays in the throw game. Hit the one post early, missed another big-time post to, I think, thrash in an overthrow. We've got to continue to develop our passing game better. We've got to, I don't know what as far as minimize it, but make it easier throws or whatever it may be. But we've got to get better. Darren's got to get better throwing the football. And I think he would agree to that. If he was sitting right in here beside me, he ran the football extremely well today. What did Darren? He had 14 carries for 110 yards, net 106. He does a great job in a run game, and that opens up our holes inside for the Tucker Greggs and Jam. You know, Jam's coming on strong. What did he have?
77.
8 carries for 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did a phenomenal job. Darren's running ability opens up our inside run game, but we all know that if we can develop that downfield throw game, our rushing yards are going to be that much better. We've got to work in protection. We've got to work in his reads. We've got to work in our throwing concepts. But he's capable of doing all those things. I'm very proud of him. He's tough. He had the one turnover that I was really frustrated with. I just don't like the turnovers, of course. But I'm pleased with Darren, and he's only just going to get better.
Hey, Coach Marcel Tuta, Sports Inquirer. Thanks for joining us. What
Yes,
about
sir.
the offensive line? No sacks given up. Texas State only had 1 tackle for loss. What about the effort of those front men for you?
Okay, let's call them out by name. We got Travis Glover. We got Pat Bartlett, Malik Sumter, Juan Gilmore, Bass, Jonathan Bass. Then you throw our tight ends in there with Aubrey Payne and Roger Carter, and you throw our backs in there, Tucker Gregg and Jam and all those guys and those wide receivers. That group up front, is doing a really nice job. And people, they probably get so mad at me because I get so frustrated on the sideline. I think every play's got to be perfection, or they ought to see this and they ought to see that. But, it's awesome to watch. And I'm just really proud of them. Those guys have been here for a long time. They've been doing those things each and every week. I think for 3 years now, it's just been awesome to watch us take control of the line of scrimmage and do what we need to do. And very pleased. And we got some younger guys behind them. They're going to push and come into play and help create that next level push in the coming years. But I'm very, very pleased of all those guys. It's hard for them because, it got a little chippy out there. There's a couple punches thrown and, they call offsetting penalties. And it's a hard thing to do. But I told them, I said, listen, the greatest thing you can do is go back, line down, put your hand in the ground and move that man against his will. That's the name of the game for the offensive line. Moving that man against his will. It's one of the best feelings. And they have that. They know what that feels like.